my priority is producing work, and then producing, once the work is produced, then finding venues that perhaps could support the work. So I think that that's always been my sort of structure, is that it's about, making a body of work and then sort of looking for opportunities for it to be shown. I'm not interested in working under stress. So as you start to mature, you realize that you don't want stress. So you sort of work, you structure. Hopefully, your career starts to develop, and you start to then sort of see this calendar of how your career lays out, and then that's how you start to structure it. So it's a lot, so for me, it allows me to have a life, and I understand what the demands are in terms of, if I'm doing a massive show, and what does that mean? Do I need uh, 10 assistants, or do I need 20? And then when do I bring on an additional set of assistants? I mean, so it's all sort of, again, strategically designed to where that when it gets to the point where the work is then shipped out of the studio, I'm ready to go. There were moments where I was like really distraught and emotional because, for a gallery to call you one day and say you need to hire 4 full-time assistants, and when you've never had a assistant, is quite, you know, it's a big move. It's, all of a sudden then you have to become a corporation. You have to, you're responsible for 4 individuals. Basically what my assistants do in the studio, they sort of prepare the work to a certain point, and then I take over. So, it's, and I cannot allow that to be an, an interference in the work. I love teaching because I really like being able to be an influence. I like being able to watch students reach revelations, and I try to sort of structure and nurture them in a way where, where they build this trust within themselves to be able to sort of come out of a 2-year graduate program and to know how to trust yourself is so, so critical. To be able to sort of understand how people feel and respond to your work is something that I didn't think that I would ever be able to have. And it provided me this opportunity to look inward. Because I never really understood, why do I have to sort of be responsible for what my work is about? Because it's not necessarily about, what it's about for me may not be what it's about for you. I think I'm a messenger first and artist second. I remember, my mother coming to the studio. I would be talking to her on the phone, and she's like, have you started going back to church? And I'm like, no, I don't really believe in that kind of thing. And then I just remember one day, all of a sudden, I realized that art is my religion. Oh, yeah, I take breaks, for sure.
Yeah, not because you have a creative block.
No, it's just because I'm like, need a break. And if I have a creative block, I have creative blocks, but that's part of the process. To me, what's important is that I'm not only interested in finding just any gallery. I want a gallery. I look at my contract, my relationship with the gallery the same way that let's say Michael Jordan would establish a contract with the Bulls. It's like, I need certain things done, and I want to move my career in a particular way. And you're getting 50% of my money, so I need you to, can you do this for me? It's a job. It is not anything other than a job, but it's a job that is extraordinary to have.